picked myself up a brand new used auger. I've been finding myself in need of drilling holes, and I did a couple of them with the manual two-handled post hole digger, and forget that. And since I got a tractor, I might as well take advantage of its capabilities. I got a quick hitch, but this doesn't look exactly quick hitch compatible. I'm going to see what I can do with it. Maybe I can make it work with it. I'll give it a try. If I can't get it to work, then obviously I got to take the quick hitch off and put this on. Kind of defeats the purpose, but what are you going to do? So now that I have these bottom pins in the lower part of the quick hitch, my ignorance of tractors and tractor implements really started to show here. This is where I had an epiphany. Mechanically, the way that this operates, it requires a coefficient of movement. If both the top and bottom of the auger are connected to one part of the tractor, here being the quick hitch, the amount of travel that the auger experiences will be exactly the same as the amount of movement of the lower 3-point arms, which is the amount of movement of the quick hitch. Obviously not enough when the 3-point arms move a total of maybe 18 inches, 24 inches, and the auger bit, the entire bit, needs to move 3 or 4 feet. However, in this configuration, when the top point is fixed, you now have a multiplication of that movement at the end of the auger. We can calculate the amount of movement of the auger by multiplying measurement x by the coefficient, which is determined by some mathematical formula of y and z, and there might even be a theta thrown in there somewhere. I'm not going to do the math because I don't need the numbers to tell me that I should have realized this in the first place. So obviously now, or at least now it's obvious, to me anyway, that that boom needs to connect directly to the top link mount and not the top link itself. That top link has to come out completely, as well as the quick hitch also, so I'll be essentially hooking this up the hard way. And speaking of hard way, I don't have a lot of experience with 3-point implements, but I don't think they can get much more difficult to put on than this one. It's not rigid, it's flopping around. I actually had to partially disassemble it just to get it on. I'm doing this by myself. So after quite a bit of finagling, I did finally get it hooked up. I didn't record the finagling, however. So I got the actual auger on, or I guess the auger bit on now. When I'm still concerned about this handle, I don't know if it's supposed to go like this or not. It hits the back of the seat, so whatever it's used for, it's not going to work in this configuration, at least not on this tractor anyway. And I've seen other augers that don't have this at all. Maybe I don't even need it, I'm not sure. So I took this handle and I put it the other way, and this bit now hangs pretty straight. So maybe maybe it's not so much a handle for when you're on the tractor, but more of a, maybe it's just more of a counterbalance, because now that hangs pretty straight. I guess if you had a second person, they could operate to keep that straight, but I think it works as a counterbalance better, more than anything. So I'm not too sure if this is meant to be a counterbalance or not. I mean, it's quite long, and if you were to put why does it have a grip on it? If it were a counterbalance, you'd think it would be maybe half the length with a weight on it instead of just having this big boom out here. So I'm thinking it was really meant to go that that direction, and you operate it while you operate the tractor. I don't know. Well, let's give it a whirl. Well, it drills a hole. Now, I don't know if so a lot of dirt in the bottom though. Like, it doesn't seem very deep. All it stuff's really, really loose, but it doesn't exactly pull it out. I guess maybe I just need to run that thing up and down a couple times, but I guess that's good. I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to creep forward while it's going down or creep backwards so that it doesn't change the angle. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to hang crooked before it goes in so it straightens out once it plunges. Not really sure. So after installing this and drilling one hole, I've come to some conclusions and observations. I better plan ahead and make sure that I know all the holes I want to drill and do them all at once, because I'm not switching this thing back and forth a bunch of times in a season. And with that in mind, I'm thinking I need to make some sort of a stand or a cradle or something like that, so it'd be easier to put on and take off if this thing is standing upright on its own. Also, it definitely drills better at higher speeds, higher PTO speeds that is. And lastly, it beats the heck out of a manual post hole digger. I was checking the oil in the gearbox, probably something I should have done before I even started, but while I was doing that, I noticed the warning sticker on here, which I thought was kind of funny. Danger! This machine can turn you into a screw. Or is that the international symbol for screw you? I don't know.